And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got Snead. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but
and he's wrapped up, taken down, back in the 25. Malik Jackson in there to get him for a loss of 5. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jermaine Gresham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carry for Latavius Murray. And he stopped immediately there. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, Palmer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Partner, I know that ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Donnie Jones set to punt it away now in his 14th year in the NFL as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
38 yards on the scamper there.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 6-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. Wilson, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got it. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Wilson will throw again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Again, Wilson. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Murray fighting, lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
This is Murray. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Third and 2. Now Palmer. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Todd Davis able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, here's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Here's Wilson. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Got his man over the middle. This is quick. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. That's caught inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
And he's got it up and through. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Gano out to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And now running right through it. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. This is fielded inside the 5. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Caught right side. It's Snead. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Browns trail at home at halftime. The Packers have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Now 3rd and 8. Gresham's by himself here, and this goes 17 yards for the score. Packers on top by 6. Packers have it near the end of 1. Wilson's going to find his mark, and he ends up at the 19-yard line before he stopped on the play. Later on the drive, Wilson's going to complete the pass, and this play goes for a score. The Packers up now by 14. Packers have it late in the 2nd. Here a throw deep down the field is caught, and he'll take this 18 yards for the score. Packers go up by 18. And with that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to First Energy Stadium for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. And this is picked up by the Browns. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to him because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. On
3rd down, Palmer. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? In the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. Meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. They run for it with Hunt. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end.
Latavius Murray, the 40, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Latavius Murray, an even 90 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Well, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. So fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Going with a screen for Murray. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Palmer. And that is incomplete. Not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They'll run again with Hunt. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And avoids the contact by sliding. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. The backup, Rob Kelly, his first carry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Time for a break. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Hunt. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be 3rd and 6. They run with Hill. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wilson to throw. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. They run with Hunt. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Throwing now is Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Now it's Wilson. And he's got Gresham. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. One last shot for Palmer. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, They're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.